You might know him from King of Queens, but Kevin James is King of the Ring in his latest movie, Here Comes the Boom. He joins us now, and first off, this is one of those premises where I almost feel badly for you because the pain and suffering involved in this.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was weird because as you're writing it, you're saying, I'll get thrown around here and get punched in the face there. And then you forget about that you actually, at one day, are going to have to shoot that scene. And I think the worst of it was when I would actually get punched by these professional fighters, and they would say, oh, we botched it there, we missed the camera, didn't get it, we got to do it again. So that would be the worst.
This is like Mr. Holland's Opus meets Rocky.
Basically,
yeah,
exactly. You know, it's got an inspirational teacher story about not becoming a complacent teacher. He starts, becoming the best version of himself, and he ends up entering into mixed martial arts and working his way all the way to UFC.
Now, speaking of Rocky, there's always these stories about how Rocky had to go to the hospital. Sylvester Stallone had to go to the hospital because he kept getting hit and punched.
Yes.
Tell me about the injuries you sustained.
There were a lot of injuries. The problem was I'm 20 years older than all the people I'm fighting. That was to start with, so I don't recover the same. But there were a lot of just getting. It wasn't long sustaining injuries where I had to go to the hospital, thank God. But there were definitely days where I was getting punched in the face, and I felt it, and it was tough. It was you just had to carry through and keep going because these fighters are taught to strike you on, this is what they know their whole life. And then we're trying to teach them right before we're about to shoot that you're supposed to miss. Just try and miss. And they don't remember so well.
They don't have half speeds.
Because, exactly.
Yeah, I've been with, I've done stories on UFC fighters, and okay, let's do this really cute bit for TV where you put me in a headlock.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding, one of them almost took my head off my body.
Exactly.
Because they don't know half speed.
They don't. And once you get going, the adrenaline's going. We had the crowd there. So it was literally like being in a fight. And the unfortunate thing for me was anytime I hit them, and I was so apologetic about it, and they were literally like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm fine. It was like a gnat was in the building.
It's the old Bill Cosby. A piece of paper.
Exactly.
A piece of paper.
Exactly. I was like, ouch.
So I applaud you, by the way, and I know that you had to do something with casting as well, because casting Salma Hayek, and
yes.
That's
Trust me.
Yeah,
I understand it. Every time I cast it, everybody's like, please, give me a break. So I have to work it. The problem is I worked with her before, and we've hit it off so well. Our families get along so well. She's so great at acting. Obviously, she's beautiful, but she's so funny too. And you know what? She's a great producer, so she helps us there as well. She's really got great insight, and I just love working with her.
What was tougher, shooting the fight sequences in this movie or shooting the kissing sequences in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry with Adam Sandler?
Definitely kissing Sandler was the hardest thing, or almost kissing Sandler. A lot of people don't know about the amount of nose hair he has going in, or just the breath. There was a lot of things off on that one. I'll definitely get punched in the face rather than kiss Adam. I'd rather do that.
So this movie comes out October 12th. Have you stayed in contact with these UFC fighters? Because I think these would be good guys to know.
Yeah. That was the thing. I became a fan of the UFC back in '93 and became friendly with a lot of these guys. And that was the story. It wasn't so much about the fighting. It was like I realized that these guys are just, although they appear like gladiators, they're just regular people. They have families. They're trying to support and put a meal on the table for their kids, or they're fighting for other people or friends, and and it was just great stories. That it was like, man, that's what inspired me.
Oh, Here Comes the Boom, October 12th in theaters all over the nation. Kevin James, thank you.
Thanks so much.